We have Will's car behind us. It's a pretty interesting build. We took his row car and upgraded it off the old VEC because those old VEC computers begin to fail. Basically, I met Will out in Colorado at the latest NVE we went to, and he was telling me about the car. We've been actually talking a little bit back and forth through Facebook, and he was always interested in some of the stuff we were doing. So we talked a lot in Colorado about what he wanted to do, and this was going to be a winter project, and kind of had more and more conversations as we went. But the car came in with a row supercharger on it. It had the old VEC computer system on it, which over time are known to fail because they actually didn't pot the back of the electrical boards. So on all of the newer cars that we can tune them with, we pull those off and then tune them on the factory PCM. We are able to tune them on the factory PCM with HP tuners. We make sure that we flash the factory file to it before we begin tuning to make sure nothing's corrupt. So we go through, it gets an upgraded 2-bar map sensor. We put upgraded FIC injectors on it. We do basically anything on any of the upgrading in the process. While the car was here, Will decided to go through and we worked on his cooling system. So we did all of our heater hoses, radiator hoses, our Havoc Performance water pump, and we actually also record his factory radiator. So his cooling system is all set up now. While the car was here, he wanted to ship out all of the aero stuff that is also on the car. So the front splitter, the air dams, the rear wing. We also repainted his front bumper. We refinished his headlights. So he should be coming here later today to see the car for the first time since he dropped it off with us. So I'm very excited to show him all of the things that we did and have done. The only thing left, we're waiting on, we're doing a big brake caliper upgrade kit on the car as well. So it's going to be stopping better, it's going to be cooling better, and his aero is going to really change the game for when he wants to take it through the mountains out in Tennessee. So there's going to be a couple things that we have planned for the future with him as well. So I guess next year we're going to do all the polyurethane bushings on all his control arms, do the upgraded suspension components as well, and really get the car dialed in so it handles like his Gen 5. So basically, we've gone through the whole car. It's even got like his power steering pump pulley, so the car should essentially be bulletproof now. We make sure that when we do these, we want to do it right. We only want to do it once, and we really believe in the preemptive maintenance on it, so then nothing bad happens to him in the future. Along with removing that old VEC, they used to have like a booster pump on it, or those inline fuel pumps. We get rid of those. We rebuild the fuel pump assembly, so then there's no issues there. The factory fuel pump assemblies actually have issues where the fuel hose cracks or splits over time. So we rebuild the whole fuel pump assembly. We keep the stock hat. We put a Walbro 400 liter per hour pump in it and change out the regulators if we need to make sure that part isn't failing, and then really get this car up more into like the 21st century so then you can drive the car and not have to worry about it. And that's one of the reasons why Will came to us. He wanted to make sure that everything was on the up and up, everything was done correctly, and we really got it there. And I'm really excited to see him later today and show him off the car. So we have Will's car behind us. We're going to do some video aspect of everything we did. So the front bumper has been repainted. All the aero was installed. The dive planes are installed. We went through, we pulled the headlights out. We refinished the lenses. So we sand them down. We re-clear them, make them look brand new essentially. So that's some of the aero portion. We also did the larger rear wing on the back. So we're going to go through and talk about some of that and also showcase some of it as well. So it also got the side sill, carbon fiber side sills on it from Autoform. So all the parts are from Autoform. Steve's a great guy. If you guys need any Viper parts, like body panels and stuff, he's kind of the guy to go to. As far as the engine stuff, we did our Havoc heater hoses. It has our Havoc upper and lower rad hoses. We also refinished his radiator. So we went through, it got recored, it got fully refurbished. We can do all that here as well. So if you need any of this stuff, we're here for it. In the process of upgrading the supercharger setup with the VEC, we got rid of the VEC. We put in a 2-bar map sensor. We put in FIC injectors. We rebuilt the fuel system. So it's got a Walbro 400 liter per hour pump in it. So all of that fuel hat assembly has been rebuilt. We put a water meth system on it. We spray it basically direct into the supercharger, so that the water meth is 50% water, 50% methanol. And it helps cool the top mount superchargers, because on these there's no intercooler, and it just heats up the intake temps, and then you just are going to have detonation, and it's going to pull timing. So water meth is really, really highly recommended on these row cars, just because there's no intercooler on them. So we go through, we clean everything. If any part comes off, we clean it. We went through and did the upgraded IPSCO power steering pump pulley, the IPSCO bracket. It's got 1 heat range colder spark plugs. We got all the tuning done on it, and I'm really happy with everything that we got done on this car, and it's coming out really good.
All right, Havoc Performance Scene 2, Shot 3. Did I do it?
Thank you. Go right back into it.
All right, so I'm Donnie Delesk. I'm here at Havoc Performance in the shop with Mike Kachavik, the owner, and his team. I see George over in the corner there. So these guys have done a phenomenal job with my Gen 2 ACR here. Lots of work, and what I love about these guys, it's a one-stop shop. So I asked them, hey, I got some new aero equipment. Can you install it? Do you have any good installers? Also, by the way, I got this old VEC 2 that's running the row supercharger. Can you get all that cleaned up? And back and forth with Mike, he's like, yeah, let's go with some bigger injectors. We'll go with a 2-bar map, and we'll get all that old wires cleaned out, get it retuned, and they did it. So you can see the aero stuff on here. Quick shout out to Steve Dreyer at Autoform. The Viper community has come in big time. For those unaware, he went through a big fire incident. It was a tragic event up in Michigan. Tim Updike put out a GoFundMe to help out Steve and his family, and they asked for $3,000 just to get it started. In a matter of 48 hours, they had 10x'd the amount. And so I love the Viper community. You can see I'm representing here, Viper Owners Association, so make sure you sign up. Look out for one another. A lot of great people out there. So yeah, I think that's it. This is my Gen 2. It's a 99 ACR. I was told one of 32. Folks online will argue and say it's one of 30. After you get through the wrecked ones, it might be one of 18 at this point. We'll see. But the way I've cut into this thing, it's a one of one, and it's probably worth half of what it would be if I didn't cut into it. I got a good buddy, Tommy. He's got a whole bunch of ACRs. He's big into them, and he says, don't touch it. Just leave it all stock. That's not me. I make cars my own.